Oh, yes. We're going to get it started today. I'm telling you. Yes, indeed, everybody. It's all about the C. Allen Morning Show, and I'm telling you, we got a hot topic today, so I want you to get ready to start calling in. Today, we're talking about that old story that has resurfaced about Hampton University, the no dreadlocks, no ban rule from the business school. We want to talk about that today because that's been buzzing, that's been trending all week long. One of the things that people must realize, I'm going ahead of myself. All right, for those of you who just tuning in, this is the C. Allen Morning Show. It's all about beauty, fashion, beauty education, beauty entertainment. I'm taking off my watch and all of that because we're going to get it hot today. I'm telling you. I want to hear from you because I really want to know, where did all of the steam come back up in reference to the no dreadlock and no braid from the business school? And this was a policy that has been in place since 2001. And I'm curious to know, why are we talking about this again? We actually spoke to the business school dean, Mr. Sid Creedle. And we are going to be discussing this more than just today. And he was not able to call in today, but he is going to call in a couple of weeks so we can discuss, because he still stands by the ban. He believes that it is effective in helping the students land corporate jobs. 1-800-450-7876. I want to know from my listening audience, how do you feel about the Hampton University? The story says that in 2001, the university, the business school, banned the practice of people wearing dreadlocks and cornrows if you would like to enter into their business program. If you would like to be a part of Hampton University business program, right now to this day, you will have to cut those dreadlocks. You cannot put your hair in braids if you would like to be a part of Hampton University, which is a black school. I want to hear from you. 1-800-450-7876. One of the things that I found that was very, very interesting, I found it interesting that when they forwarded the article, Alonzo, when they forwarded the article to Black Enterprise really did not put the article out there, but they did link it to other stations. And the reason why they didn't, ladies and gentlemen, is because Black Enterprise also has a ban on no dreadlocks. Now, I'm really concerned because the magazine has its own dreadlock policy. I need someone to help me today, because the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Fortune, Money, Business Week, Forbes, none of them have a ban or a policy on dreadlocks. But Black Enterprise has a policy. If you want to be employed there, you are not allowed to wear the dreadlocks. So we want to know, we want to hear from our listeners today. I want to know, what is their thoughts on that. When the other black media, BET, Johnson Publishing Company, Essence, all of them, they have no policy like that. There's no policy like that at the other black places, media sources. There's no policy. Everyone even know that Susan Taylor, she was rocking the braids for many years. They said in 2006, Susan Taylor refused to speak at Hampton University because of their policy on no braids and no dreadlocks. So I really wanted to hear from you because, as we know, Susan Taylor went on record, actually supporting dreadlocks as a cultural expression. So I'm really curious today, because one of the things that I see all the time up and down the street, I see more young guys in dreadlocks than I see regular hairstyles. We cut hair over at the Oak Hill Correctional Facility for the little teenager boys, little bad boys to get locked up. And we go there, and now we have to do lock maintenance. Instead of us cutting hair every week. Is so many guys with lock maintenance. 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays out of the month we cut hair. The other 2 Saturdays we have to maintain locks, because that's how many young men have locks, have dreadlocks. One of the things that I think is important, everyone, that dreadlocks was popularized by the Rastafarians in Jamaica starting in the 1940s. As they followed the injunction, listen to me, in the Bible, Numbers 6 and 5 says, there shall no razor come upon the head. He shall be holy and shall let the locks of his head grow. I sound like a good preacher. Let me do that again. Ooh, I'm about to preach in here. I said, Numbers 6 and 5 says, there shall no razor come upon thy head. He shall be holy and shall let the locks of his head grow. This is where the dreadlocks started. And of course, this is the C. Allen Morning Show. If you're just tuning in, I got to educate you before we start talking. This is how the dreadlocks came upon, how it became popularized, how it started with the Rastafarians. I read a quote somewhere where Bob Marley was saying, you know, that you'll probably never be in the CIA looking like me, and that's why, you know, he said you can kiss where the sun don't shine, all that kind of stuff, because they're using, it's a cultural expression. And my question to my listener audience is, do we find that in the workplace? Because one of the things that the Sid Credo said to us, the dean of the business school, he said to us, one thing that people are not talking about is they're not talking about how the success stories of the graduates from Hampton University Business School who are not wearing the locks and are not having the braids. He talked about over 160 people who are graduated and done very well from the business school that they're not highlighting, but they are resurfacing the old story of the 2001 policy. One of the things that has always been a hot topic here on the C. Allen Morning Show, and that is natural hair. A lot of people, and when we have Tasha Turner from Essence, who calls in monthly, you know, we have that discussion because a lot of people are going natural. A lot of people are getting away from the chemicals. A lot of people, and partly what you got to remember now, when we talk about a chemical hair relaxer, I know Rashawn Broynex is saying, there he go, he about to start it because that's my favorite chapter. A chemical hair relaxer, sodium hydroxide, is when you permanently rearrange the structure of hair from over curly to a straight form. I said permanently rearranged. So when you get a chemical hair relaxer, it's no going back in reference to that. Once that chemical hair has been treated, it is now chemically treated. In order for you to start going natural, what do you have to do? We already know that answer. You're going to either have to cut your hair. What I tell people is a lot of people doesn't look well with a bald head. You do, Alonzo, but I'm saying a lot of women, you can't rock that bald head, and a lot of women will not rock a bald head. So what they would have to do is, if you want to go natural, you're going to have to press the new growth so it can look straight along with the chemically straightened hair, and then you continue to keep trimming it until you can trim out all the chemicals, and then you can have a head of natural hair. One of the things that I think is important is it is important to know that, and this is really crucial, I am a licensed instructor, but I'm also a licensed cosmetologist. You can have chemically treated hair, you can have a relaxer and have your hair still healthy. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that you can have chemically treated hair and your hair still be healthy. A lot of people go natural because some people choose to go natural, and some people go natural because they have had bad experiences with the chemicals. So I don't want you to feel that you can't have a head of healthy hair with a relaxer in it, because you can. Most people, it's all about being manageable. Most people need to be able to manage their hair, and a lot of times you don't want a whole lot of heat on your head as well, because then you also have to think about the damage that the heat is going to cause with all the silkening and the pressing, and all of you using those flat irons. You buy these flat irons from Target and other places. You have no clue how to use the flat irons, and next thing you know, all your hair is gone. All right, everyone, this is the C. Allen Morning Show. I'm yours truly, C. Allen. When we come back, I want to hear from you. 1-800-450-7876. I want you to start calling me now. 1-800-450-7876. We'll be back after these messages. Cosmetologist.